So good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Coaching Mental Health Webinar Series and the organizer, the Department of Psychology, the American College Madurai, and the associating partners, Madras School of Social Work, Chennai, Red Pond Educational and Psychological Research Center, Madurai, Yellow Pond Counseling Center, Madurai, MS Chellamuthu Institute of Mental Health and Rehabilitation, Madurai, and Psycho-Oncological Association. I welcome you all, the participants and the resource person of today, Dr. P. Chendamil Pavai ma'am with us. And today we are going to have a session 411 on the topic Key to Success. So to get introduced to the resource person, she is currently working as an assistant professor at Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute. And she has pursued her degrees in education, and she has got an MA in sociology. She has also got a teaching experience at Sai B.Ed College as an assistant professor in physical science department. She has also got 2 years of teaching experience for higher secondary students in St. Joseph Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Chennai. And she has also taught to students at Ramakrishna Matriculation Higher Secondary School in Chennai. She has organized international online conferences, national conferences, and state-level workshops. She has got publications from reputed journals, and she has been part of couple of books, and she has presented her articles and papers at state level and national level conferences and seminars. She has also participated in international conferences and attended to national international workshops. So she's very well experienced in talking about learning styles in relation to self-actualization among higher secondary students. And she has also been resource person for district level and national level webinars and conferences. So we are very much happy to have you here, ma'am. Thank you for accepting our request and being as resource person in today's session. And now I hand over the session to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to extend my gratitude for giving me an opportunity to host a webinar under your forum, the American College Madurai. Also, on this occasion, I'm extremely thankful to program coordinators, Dr. Suresh Kumar Murugesan, Head, Department of Psychology, the American College Madurai, and Dr. Subhashri Vanamali, MSSW, Chennai, Dr. Chandra, Red Pond Educational and Psychological Research Center, Wales, UK, Ms. Ananya Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, MSSW, Dr. Salim Akbar, Founding Member, PNCCA, and all the technical team. And I would like to extend my gratitude to Dr. K. Geeta, Principal, Faculty of Education, Dr. NGR Education Research, for her continuous motivation. Without them, this forum is not at all possible for me. So thank you, everyone. With this, I would like to start my session. Well, if you want to be a world-class leader, have a good work-life balance, and generally want to be successful in your career and in your life, I'm sure this is the session will help you out. That is the reason I have chosen this topic as Key to Success. Before getting to this topic, I would like to explain to you what all the subtopics we are going to cover here is effective time management, learning how to plan and prioritize your day properly, and then importance of time logs and to-do lists and how they help you to manage your time better. Identifying our time wasters and time robbers. Well, it is important to know where exactly we are wasting our time, because unless we don't know that, we are not able to manage our time properly. Pareto principle of 80/20. This is a very important concept which was coined by Mr. Eisenhower, and he has explained was how this Pareto principle of 80/20 works. Well, we are also going to talk about urgent versus principle of 80/20. This is an interesting concept was coined by Mr. Stephen Covey, and he has made us to understand the importance between urgent and important tasks. And finally, being busy and being productive. So these are the things we are going to cover today's session. Let's get started. Well, everyone gets 24 hours in a day, right? There is no doubt in that. Nobody gets more or nobody gets less. So why is it that some people are always struggling to manage their time, or always running pillars to post, and always trying to squeeze in so much in their 24 hours, still having no time for themselves? At the end of the day, these people will complain always that they don't have a time at all. And there are another group of people who are able to manage their time very, very properly. They are able to prioritize, able to plan, and able to accomplish everything in a day's time. At the end of the day, they have lot of time for themselves and are always productive. The difference between these two set of people is the later set of people are always kind of people who have learned the technique of time management. That is the reason why we have this session, how to get success in our life, to help us to become a productive and to be a good at work. Why do we need time management? Well, there are a lot of benefits associated. Yes, once you come to know all these things, we are definitely going to be a strive with our time management. So let's understand what are the benefits of time management. So first and foremost thing is, the most important benefits is time management helps us you to save your time. Time is money in today's date. Am I right? Or time lost will never come back again. So time saved means money saved. And time management help you to reduce stress. Why I am saying this? Because we squeeze into much in a day without realizing whether we are able to manage time. So it is help you to stress free yourself, right? And then it also helps us to function effectively, being constructive and productive at our workplace. It helps us to have a more control over our responsibilities. So we are actually able to function well. Time management helps you to prioritize. It helps us to plan our task better, what to do first, and know what to do last. So scheduling our prioritize will that be a grand benefits of time management. It helps us to get more done in less time. Also, give a good quantity of work, and we all should strive for quality of work rather than just finishing our task, right? Quantity is not good, but quality is better, and it always speaks to. Time management also helps us to discipline ourselves, and finally, it helps to make sure that you deliver what you are promised. So These are some of the benefits of time management. There is a very interesting concept. Lot of people feel that they are busy and they also productive. Well, busy does not mean being productive. Being busy and productive are different things. You might say, I'm very busy doing something. But someone asks, what are you busy doing? There is a question mark on your face. So we should understand the difference between busy and productive. Being busy, they are people have multiple priorities. They have numerous priorities of work. Whereas productive people, on the other hand, have few priorities. They would rather focus on lesser number of things rather than filling the days with too many things. Busy people always respond with yes. They will never say no for a task or an activity. Whereas productive people, on the other hand, always think twice before saying yes to somebody. Busy people, when they are working, they will keep all the doors open. So anything can disturb them, interrupt them, which is not good thing. On the other hand, when we see from productive side, they are at the work, they close all the doors, they will never let you interrupt them. Busy people keep on talking about how busy they are. Busy people always keep on hopping, doing this and that work. But in productive side, they have go on hopping about how busy they are and they let the result speak to themselves. Busy people or multiple tasker, they will do enormous amount of things, lots of things on one point of time. They are multitask. But in productive people, only concentrate on only one important task or important goal. So, understanding according to research, our mind, if it is focused on too many things at the same time, you will not deliver quality of work or any task. However, if we focus on only one particular task or a goal and able to finish that, that is always much better option. So we should always try to be productive rather than busy. Busy people, they always ask for advice. On the other hand, productive people, they take real action and get the job done. Rather than only asking people for advice, they do that, but at the same time, they do the work. They work on their action rather than only taking to people about advice and suggestion. So what I'm trying to say here, always try to be productive rather than only being busy. Now, one of the very important way of managing your time is being able to create something which is known as productivity journal. Now, productivity journal is nothing but time log of your day-to-day life activities from the time you get up to the time you go to bed at night. So let's understand the productive journal. We should have two productive journals. One is for professional and one is for personal. So it is very important to learn about these two journals. And also, it is important to use productive journals every day. Don't just use it once and then and let go it for next 15 days and then open your journal again. Productivity journal is something that you wanted to work every day, every single day of your life. And that's the trick of managing your time properly. Well, how do you maximize your using your productivity journey? I will tell you one thing, guys. It's important to plan the night before. For the season, why I say this night before is because when you sleep at night, your subconscious mind is the most alert at the time. And whatever you feed into your mind at the time stays with you till the morning hours. Hence, it is very important to plan your task the night before rather than doing it after getting up in the morning. And the second one is prioritize your task. When we talk about prioritizing, what I really trying to say is that understand what task is to be done first and what task to be done second and third and so on. If you finish a task, just put a tick mark on it because it will motivate to you. Also, you will be satisfied. And the third one is neglect the completed task. Once you have completed, you just leave it. Okay. Then the fourth one is carry over the unfinished task. It may be some reason you were not able to complete the particular task in a day. It's okay. Doesn't matter. You can carry it to the next day. So the next slide will talk about to-do list. I think everyone knows about to-do list, things to do like that, right? But I don't know whether we are following this or not. It is a big question mark, right? Important to make, the first one is capture everything you need to do. To-do lists are very important to make sure that all your tasks get captured, completed within a specific point of time in your day. Why it is important? Because you are able to write down everything and know what are the things you need to do in a day. So there is a step-by-step approach that I want you to follow whenever you are making a to-do list. So let's understand what are the 4 steps which will help you to make a to-do list. Step 1, capture everything you need to do. However, small or a big the task, it doesn't matter. You capture everything on a piece of paper, writing down everything that needs to be done. And step 2, follow ABC method of priority. What is that ABC method? Now I say follow ABC method. What I really trying to say is all these tasks which you feel are most important, just write A in front of that. If you feel are lesser important, write B in front of them. And whatever you feel is the least important, write C in front of them. This way you have to prioritize your tasks which you have written down for yourself. And the third one is, how long does each next step take? Yes, you have to mention the timing also. Maybe an hour time, maybe a 2 hours time, maybe a half an hour time. It depends upon the task. So after the task, you have to write the timing, how long it will take. And the fourth one, which means step 4, take the action when done. As I mentioned earlier, tick when the task is done, which is motivate you to accomplish so much in a day. So this is again a very important way of managing your time. And next slide will talk about chunk, block, and tackle. Whenever we are faced with the huge project that you need to do, it is a very overwhelming to us. It is something that We get scared. Such a big task. How can I able to do this? All these questions will raise in our mind, right? Well, if we have something which is known as chunk, block, and tackle, this will help you to manage your overwhelming task and get it done. For this, we need to break down the project. If it is a big project, break it down into smaller, manageable tasks. That will help you to get started. Second, set a time for specific tasks. So small tasks that you have motivated down for yourself, set amount of time that you will take to complete each task. And the other one is avoid interruptions. Try not to get interrupted during the time. When you are focused on something, please give your 100% on it. Avoid phone calls, avoid emails, avoid technology, whatever. Try to be just focused on that. Tackle one task at a time. As I mentioned before, do not multitask. If you focus on one task, I think it's much better. Next, we are going to talk about how to prioritize your time. When time management is not only about learning how to manage time, it's about learning how to manage yourself in relation to the time. And this particular concept is very beautifully shared with us by Mr. Eisenhower. Mr. Eisenhower has told us that it is important to understand how to prioritize your time with something which is known as urgent important matrix. This urgent important matrix is also named as Eisenhower matrix or Eisenhower box or method. So let's see about what is urgent important matrix. Is there any difference between urgent and important, or those terms are similar? Well, if you don't do the important task, they become urgent, and that is something we want to avoid. I'm repeating again. If you don't want to do the important task, then it has become urgent. That is something we want to avoid it. We want to avoid being urgent zone. So let's start doing important tasks before they become urgent. Here we are going to talk about 4 quadrants. First one is urgent and important, meaning you are always running to manage your pressing problems. It is crisis situation. Example, you are running for project, meeting, trying to accomplish everything in a day. That is when you are in the quadrant. Urgent and very important. That is why it is named as urgent and important quadrant. The second one is important but not urgent. The second one is important but not urgent. Now, what I mean is, things are important tasks, but it is not urgent. These are important tasks that to make sure to do it in time before they become urgent. For example, spending quality of time with your family, going out for vacation, all this comes under important but not urgent. Am I clear? And the third one, not urgent and not important. Third quadrant. When you are in work, you might get some interruptions. Okay. For example, you may get a phone call, you may get your food in between. Okay. These are the things you just avoid it or try to finish it soon. Why? Because they are urgent for some other people, not for you. So attention to this pressing problems, meetings, some phone calls. So avoid these quadrants. Better to avoid the third quadrant. What about the fourth one? Fourth one is not even urgent, not even important. The most important activities, which I say today's time, is social media. Obviously, we are always sticking with WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Right? We spend so much of time in these activities that have or it is getting delayed. Our work is getting delayed, and then we don't have a time to do this task. So any junk mails, phone calls are not helping us. Please avoid that. So what I want to conclude here is, if we want to be productive, just stick with quadrant 2, because which is named as important but not urgent. Then that will learn to manage our life and time. Next we are going to see about Pareto principle 80/20. What is this Pareto principle 80/20? Mr. Vilfredo Pareto was an Italian economist, came up with this particular concept, which is known as Pareto's principle. What he really want to say is, focus on 20% of your action, which will give 80% results. That means 80% of your consequences or efforts comes from 20% of costs. The Pareto principle says, put your efforts where they will make the most difference. Most of us try to accomplish too much in a day rather than accomplishing the important thing. So try to account your 20% activities for 80% of your result. So let's see what are all the benefits of 80/20, which means Pareto's principle. It helps us to identify the most important problem. That means you need to take care of. And the second one is concentrate on your strength. You all know what is your strength and weakness, is it? It helps us to complete on those activities which you enjoyed doing and which you love to do. So please concentrate on your strength. And the third one is, it helps us in undivided focus. This Pareto principle will help us to focus on our work. Now you came to know what to do and where to do, where to focus, and where to give attention on the activity, right? And the last one is, use tools which are most needed. Resources like time, money, everything is needed for this. So just try to follow this 80/20 principles if you want to manage your time properly. The next slide will talk about tackling procrastination. Let's see about fundamentals of time management, which is learning how to tackle your procrastination mindset. Human beings in nature, they will be like lazy, illness, and they don't want to do this at a particular time, right? Everybody will be like this. So how to handle this procrastination? There are 16, there are 9 ways to overcome procrastination. First one is delete. If you feel a task is just carrying over again and again, another day, another time, another week, it's better to delete the task. Next, delegate. Now, delegation is the important way of managing your time. delegate that particular task to somebody, the time and resource and the intelligence to do the particular task. Delegation works very, very well to be a successful leader. And the third one is do it. Just do the task, finish it off. Rather than thinking, planning, just finish it off and just do it. And the next one is 15-minute rule. What is a 15-minute rule? Plan a task in hand, think it over in your mind. If you are able to complete it within 15 minutes, just complete it. Do not delay it or do not procrastinate it. Just finish it up. And the next one is chop it up. I already told you, if you have any larger project, you have to break it down into simpler. That is called chop it up. And ask for advice. A lot of time we may procrastinating a particular task because we don't have the expert knowledge. So if you want to get expert knowledge, obviously you have to ask your elders or your seniors, whoever. Get the advice from them. And other one is clear deadline. Most of our task gets procrastinating because we are not assigned a clear deadline. Reward, obviously everyone likes this. Without them, we can't move anywhere. So nothing is motivating than the rewarding ourselves. Or obviously, always we have to tap ourselves, tap our shoulders. And next one is remove distractions. Distractions, yes, obviously, when you are focusing on important tasks, there may be many disturbances. So please avoid these distractions. Just focus on your work. By following these 9 ways, you can overcome procrastination and one step forward to manage your time better. And then we'll move on to the next slide, which is obstacles in time management. There are 4 different obstacles. First one is unclear objectives. Not having clear objectives. So unclear objectives really leads to lack or less time management because you don't know where to get started, you don't know what to do and not to do. So have a clear objective. Why you want to do that particular task like that. The second one is being disorganized. Wherever you are at, maybe you are at home, maybe you are at work, have your table and your area organized well. If you organize, you are able to get more time. If you have to do your work in a systematic order, so be organized always. And the next one is lack of planning. If you never plan, you will lack of your time probably. So always have a good planning that will lead to good startup, which will lead into greater end. The last one is avoid interruptions. That is the major ways of time management that you want to avoid. Focus on your work. Last slide, we'll talk about identify your time waster. Yes, obviously we waste so much of time. We waste 80% of our activities which are not productive. So we are going to cover the what are all the wastes, how we are going to identify. First one is interruption or distraction. And the second one is poor planning. Third one is perfectionism. We may expect perfectness. And the fourth one is trying to do everything for yourself. Don't depend on any other. Then crisis management. Maybe it's about managing your intense difficulty times and too much socializing. The other one is not valuing your own time. If you're not valuing your own time, who will recognize you? So we have to value our time. Lack of skills. Once able to manage all these things, we are one step closer to the managing your time better, right? If you manage your time well, then that is the key to success in your career. I hope you are all enjoyed this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sendamul ma'am. Your presentation was too good, and it was good to learn new concepts like Pareto's principle or chunk, block, and tackle for key to success. It is a new perspective that you have brought out today. Thank you so much for that. And now it's the time for discussion, and I request all the participants to unmute your mics to ask your questions one by one, or you can put your questions in the chat box for discussion. Thank you. You can also share your thoughts or your feedback about the presentation today as well. Any questions? Ma'am, I think this absolute silence, we can take it very positively that you have made all things clear in your presentation, ma'am. We have had a couple of presentations regarding how to, achieve success with good productive stuffs. But here today you have enlightened with more brighter ideas and some feed for the mind, I would say. So we have got some feedback about your presentation in the chat box. Yeah, they're saying it's wonderful regarding the content and it is very inspirational for the aspiring people. So if we don't have any questions for now, I think it's time to give our honors to you, ma'am. And now I request one of our core team members, Dr. Salim, to give his word of thanks to you on behalf of all of us. Salim sir, over to you.
Good evening, Chandra. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity. It was very wonderful session. The topic key to success by Dr. Sendamil Pavi ma'am. So we learned a lot about benefits of time management and how to be the qualitative compared to the quantitative. So how to be the productivity, how to give the productivity. Most people are always they are busy but not productive. So today's presentation, it was very well explained by Dr. Sendamil Pavi ma'am, and maximizing the power of PJ and a lot of things, particularly Pareto's principle 80-20. So there are a lot of benefits we learned, identifying important problems and helping the unindividual focus, and particularly the matrix, urgent important matrix. So it was very clearly explained and the difference between urgent and important. If you are missing anything important, then it will become the urgent. So we have to give the always important tasks. We have to focus on important tasks. Otherwise, it will become the very urgent. So it was very well explained, madam. And you give the example also like preparing, spending time with the family. Those things are important but not urgent. And missing these things, then it will become the urgent. So there was a lot of like to-do list we explained, and chunk block tackles and lot, and of course how to overcome this tackling procrastination, like deleting task, delegation, and doing it in terms of saying and asking for advice. These are things definitely will be helpful to overcome the tackling procrastinations and obstacles. We learned what is the obstacles, and it was actually unclear objectives. So really a lot we learned about time management. And finally, time is not activity or skill, it is the core skill upon which everything else in life depends. You give the clear quote from, I think, Brown Percy. So thank you for the wonderful presentation. Thank you very much, ma'am. I would like to thank you on behalf of American College Madurai and MS Chelamuth Institute Madurai and Red Pond Education Institute Madurai and Madras School of Social Work Chennai and Turkey Psycho-Oncological Association Turkey. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for this.
Thank you so much. Again, I want to thank Dr. Suresh Kumar sir and as well as Dr. Geeta. If they are not giving this opportunity, I would have get this talk. Thank you so much, Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute as well as for American College Madurai. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. The pleasure is ours. Thank you so much. So see you all tomorrow in another session, same time, same link. Until then, bye-bye and good night.